Hello, and welcome everyone back to the SOULvivor podcast. My name is Sergio.
And I'm Jadin, and this is episode 2.
All right, girl.
So, if you are watching on YouTube, you can see that there is a change of setting. We're kind of in a hybrid space right now. We have our garage set up, and then we have it a little bit open for good lighting because we are a low budget ass podcast right now. But once we get up and running and we start investing more into our set, this is all going to change, and hopefully our audio gets better. And if you're watching on YouTube, our visuals get a little bit better as well. But now that we have that out of the way, Sergio's gonna run us through today's topic.
Today's topic is SOULviving in San Diego.
Surviving San Diego. SOULviving. Because shit, y'all know we surviving. We just struggling and surviving. We're hungry hippos for the city, because California just takes your money.
Takes that money.
San Diego just takes your money. But you know what? There's no place like San Diego.
There isn't. There really isn't.
So, do you want to talk about your experience and how living in San Diego has affected you and how the person that you have become?
Yeah. You know, living in San Diego, I'm just more close to like living within like the apartment side. So ever since I was born and stuff, like my parents, we lived and moved through like different apartments. We did rent like one house, but the money kept going up, so they're like, nope, that ain't about our life. And they were just comfortable paying a month to month, which is okay. Those who prefer to do it like a month to month basis, that's all right. But like living in those like communities too, I would say like there was pretty diverse community from what I can recall and remember. It was basically like a lot of Latinos, but there was also like my Black people, yes, my Asian people. There was some actually Middle Eastern as well, which was really cool. It was very diverse, small, apartment complex, and then we just had like our own little community there too, which was really cool. Had all kinds of friends, which was another like fun thing. But it's funny because even like within that like small complex, it was like our little like small town. So kind of like everyone knew like every like other family's business in a way, which was kind of like maybe the bad side of it. But what was cool though is that we were in the middle of like everything. So like going to like we had the access to the freeway to go to downtown, or to go to, I don't know, SeaWorld, go to, different access areas, a school even too.
Okay, but how has living out here affected your personality?
I was getting into that, girl.
Okay.
Just throwing just some general like background, for those who haven't.
Tell them your whole address now.
Oh. that is gonna be no. But personally for me, I feel like it has come to like me being more aware and more realistic in the environment, if that makes sense. Like throughout the years, like I didn't really understand like the finances side, if that makes sense, like when it came to like renting and all that, and that took time for me to, I guess in a way, mature and to realize how all that shit worked out. Does that make sense?
Like, oh yeah, I feel like that's with everyone. I mean, a lot of people that I know were kind of told the same thing growing up as far as how to handle finances. No one really told me like where to put my money and how to do that. I kind of learned that myself, but
yeah,
it's a learning curve for sure, especially going through adulthood, unless you're very, privileged enough for your parents to, put you on and how to do the financial aspect of life. But San Diego is definitely not for the fucking weak, honey. You gotta either one, have a very great career established for yourself, or two, you gotta
Have a
hustle
lot of
and
side
bustle,
hustles.
and
Hmm.
pick those skills up, work for tips, whatever it may be to, make ends meet out
Whatever you
here,
gotta do.
because it's definitely one of the most expensive cities to live in out in California, and then even America in general. So definitely got to have your finance game on point if you are not from San Diego and plan on
Hmm.
moving it, or even too if you grew up here and are wanting to move out on your own in the city. So that's definitely something to take into consideration
Yeah.
when, prospecting for a place out here.
Yeah. Going back to what you said about like, uh, you got to do something, if you want to have a living, like as what we said in my first episode of me having like different jobs, girl, like once I was out of one job, I knew how to find the next, because if I didn't find that other job, no way in hell like I would be, being able to pay my bills or pay my, rent or anything like that. Like that's just the way it is here in San Diego.
Oh yeah, and that really goes into the amount of homeless people that we have,
Yeah,
or houseless, or however you want
unfortunately.
to say that. If you are coming from out of town, and let's say you go to the city center of downtown,
Hmm.
there, don't be surprised about the amount of homeless population there is. It's
Yeah.
very sad, and that also ties into mental health issues, like
Yeah,
SOULviving San Diego. It's definitely hard.
it is
It's
hard.
not easy. You gotta really figure out what the fuck you want to do. As far, you can't really, if you're blessed enough to have, set money aside and you just want to have fun, live your life, great. But,
Kudos.
shit, not everyone's like that, and you gotta figure shit out as you
You
go.
do
And
gotta figure shit out. Shit.
um it could get hard out here. It could get stressful. It could get a lot. That's why having a community around you, having your good friend group, having positive people around you really make a big difference, whether you, thrive or fucking end up on the streets. As it's a pretty
The
harsh
hard reality.
reality. It's a
Yeah.
really hard reality. I know people who have lived out of their cars have, you
Yeah.
know, I'm very blessed. I'm very grateful for my situation, but it's hard. It's very hard out here.
Likewise. As you said too, about like, I guess me too, like even as of now, it's crazy that you don't think that mental health or just like your mentality doesn't like impact your life, but it really does. Like if you don't like face your like inner demons and stuff like that, that shit can consume you and like break not just you, but break like your life. Does that make sense?
Oh,
Like,
sweetie.
girl.
Let's talk about the mental health problems that I
Oh,
have. Saying, oh,
well,
we
we
got
have,
we got a whole lot of shit going up in this brain, but
and this one.
you know, yeah. So as far as the mental health aspect of living out here, it can get a lot because
Yeah,
there's a lot of pressure. You want to fucking show the world that you're living your best life, but you may be inside like really fucking struggling to even, I don't know, whatever it may be. But it's your mental health should be your number one priority, I feel. My personal opinion. I feel like money comes and goes, but your brain, your body, you need to keep your
it's
health on
yeah.
point. You need to keep your mental health on point, because shit, if that deteriorates, then
Everything is just gonna
everything
go
is
down
gonna
with
fucking
it.
crumble.
Yep,
So
yep.
instead of chasing the money, handle your health first, handle your brain, keep that in check. If you need to see a therapist, please do so. I need to see a therapist. Shit.
I'm seeing one right now.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
yeah,
Because
girl.
therapy, it might be hard for some people, but I feel like it's necessary for everyone. Shit. Like, everyone's gone through some trauma, I'm sure. Life ain't all perfect. I want to meet one person. I want them on our podcast if they haven't experienced any trauma in their life, because
Yeah.
I want to hear about that shit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a girl filled with a bunch of bullshit and trauma, and
Holla at ya.
I wouldn't change that, honestly. It created me into the person that I am, and I have such a love for life because I've been through the fucking bad and I've been through the
The
good.
worst and the ugly,
The bad, the ugly, I've been
but you
dragged through it all. But, I don't let that define me. I'm not going to let my personal struggles define who I am when I know my character is such a loving, genuine person. And people can tear me down, people can pick me apart, people can talk their shit, but I don't give a fuck because at the end of the day, the people who I surround myself with, they know I'm solid. They know I got their back no matter what. And we might not always agree all the time, and we're gonna bump heads because I'm gonna tell my truth, he's gonna tell his truth. But at the end of the day, I'd rather keep a real ass circle around me than some fake bitches that pretend they're something that they're not. So
agree to that. Yeah.
mm.
Yeah, it really does help when you have that like certain like circle of people that you can trust. And then that honestly, like, I don't know if you heard the saying, but like blood is thicker than water. Is that what that saying is? Or
where they're saying family
is like
family's gonna be forever.
Yeah, where I agree to it at a certain point. Does that make sense? Like, I honestly believe like honestly, I see you as family. You're not my blood, but
oh, we fam.
Shit, like
We fam.
Yeah, like honestly, like I will say that you are one of the few individuals who have helped me through my worst.
Oh,
and
likewise.
Like, and without that, Jadin, God knows, or whatever, deity or entity knows, that I would have probably just out. But luckily, I was blessed with a beautiful and amazing friend who does care, and my family, my immediate family members. Shout out to my mom, shout out to my sisters, my nephews. Thank you. My husband, who has been there through so much shit, and thank you for your patience. Let me just throw that out there, and thank you for your patience, because I know my ass can be just out of this world and out of like, girl, be overthinking all kinds of shit. But you know what?
Go off.
Thank you. That's all I gotta say. Thank you, and just really, really means a lot. And where my loyalty stands with y'all. Y'all been there for me 100, and I'm gonna be there for you 100.
Period.
And literally without that, I wouldn't have built myself up. See the reality of situations on certain things, and then the hustling is real out here. Like, shit, I be Ubering, like, that gives me the money, pays my bills, you know what I mean? Like, that's all. Like, whatever that you can find, and whatever you have that support system, like, honestly, to me, in a way, I'm kind of a minimalistic person, and that's all that matters, and that's all that what helps me be happy in life.
Which I want to tie into. Ooh. Brain fart. It
happens. It's okay, boo.
That makes me want to tie into the fact that, yes, you have to hustle out here, but I feel like just in general, no one should judge people on what they do for a living.
Yes.
If y'all need to sell some ass to make $1,
do
holler
what you
for
gotta
$1. Do it. I don't give a fuck.
Do what you gotta fucking do.
I think there's a lot of judgment on what people do. A lot of people, like, when I go out, they're like, oh, what do you do? What do you do? Yeah. And that's like, why the fuck should it care what I do? Yeah. My job is not my life. As long as I got a roof over my head, as long as I got money in my pocket, my bills are paid, like, stop pocket watching. Stop pocket watching, bitch. Anyways.
Dude.
You should not judge people on what they do for a living. Their job is not their life, and if it is your life,
then their business.
So sorry, sweetie. I feel like you need to get a personality because shit. We're all just trying to make $1 just to live out here.
To survive.
So bad. And that's on that. I don't give a fuck about what you do. I don't care if you make $1 million a year. I don't give a fuck if you make $20K a year. As long as you're a good, genuine person and you're not, oh, there's some bums out here. Anyway, I'm off track. But there's some bums out here that will just use you because they feel you got it like that. And that's not okay to me.
It really is. No,
that's why I really emphasize having a genuine group of people around you that are very goal driven, that have aspirations, that don't just want to bullshit every fucking weekend, because
Mm-hmm.
it's a root. It could get into a routine, and like you could get comfortable with just living a fucking complacent life. But
Mm-hmm.
you know, that's another topic for another day.
But let me add to that too. Like honestly, yeah, like the amount of times I've heard like, oh, like that person works there. Yikes. Like it's like why? Like why do you have to like be like that? Like no, like shit, well let them. Like,
It's
like
not your
it's
life. Are they
exactly that's
paying
their
your bills? Are
business.
they
Like
paying your rent?
fuck.
Are they paying your mortgage? Are they paying your grocery bills? I don't know.
As
So unless someone is fucking paying your bills, shut the fuck up about
mhm.
what they do, because honey, we just all are trying to survive out
Like
here.
what my grandpa says. Shout out to him too. He says every job is a hard job. Don't matter where you work, it don't matter what you do, it has its difficulties. And that is, in my opinion, a fact. 100. Like,
Oh yeah.
honestly, it don't matter where you gotta work, you still gotta fucking work. You still gotta practice your skills. You still gotta, do that shit so that way you can keep afloat. Have that safety net. Like, you just gotta do what you gotta do. It don't matter what. But, we're not trying to bash at anyone or nothing, but, just be mindful, be respectful with one another, and just try not to judge. That's all the way
Only
we try to
God
say it.
can judge me at this point.
What
I
the deity,
know,
whatever it is out there, shit.
whatever you believe,
Whatever you
it
believe.
don't matter. At the end of the day, we're on this earth for a limited amount of time,
Yeah, just be nice to one
and you gotta
another,
live your best life. Do what you want. Don't live your life by other people's standards.
Standards,
If
yeah.
what you're doing in your current reality is making you happy and you're loving it, don't fucking change it. But if it's not, then you need to rework whatever the fuck you're
Look,
doing. Go
as
to the
look
drawing
what you
board.
said in the first episode. Look in the fucking mirror and handle
Handle.
what you got to do, what you got
Handle.
to fucking improve, or what you got to, if
Mm-hmm.
you feel like there's something missing, go fucking find that shit, like just yeah, like it's just what you said. That first episode was
Yeah.
hella fucking
Which
true.
ties into why we created this podcast in the first place, because we had a dream, we had a goal, and we're not going to let the little things stop us from achieving that. If we wanted, I literally texted Sergio last week, probably almost 2 weeks
Yeah, two
ago
weeks ago.
now, saying, "Are you down to start a podcast with me?" And he said yes.
Yes.
And I told him, okay, come over tomorrow so we can figure out
This
the
day, this
logistics.
time, yep.
And we're gonna post it. I gave ourselves a deadline. I said next Wednesday we're gonna post our first episode, no matter what the fuck it takes.
Yeah.
And along the way, we hit so many roadblocks, and that could have easily stopped us from posting for one.
Yeah.
But no, we really wanted to do this. We wanted to share our experience. We wanted to, put our personal digital footprint out there and see where it takes us. And I think just starting and putting that action into it is the real key, and staying consistent.
Just do it.
Just fucking do it.
Just
If you're thinking about starting a podcast, if you already had this idea in your head, fucking do it. I don't let us, just because we started it, stop you from doing it, just because you're like, oh, well, they started it. No, bitch. Like, start that shit. I want to inspire people. I want other people to feel inspired. Follow what your passions are. Follow what your dream is.
It should be an aspiration, not a competitive roadblock.
It's not a competition.
Like no.
We're not doing this to get fucking bank. Like, we're doing it just to have fun. We're doing it to have a good time. We're doing it to create connections and
build a community.
Exactly.
That's all we're trying to do. We just understand the fucking hardship out there just in life. We just want to be there for people. We want to, if we can give advice, we can give advice. If we want to give you some sort of closure, then we're here for that. Do you want to tell them our other title? We were going to call this podcast Cheap Therapy.
Oh, yeah. So if y'all follow us on Instagram, y'all know we were like throwing out some ideas as far as like what our name should be. So it was either between SOULvivors and Cheap Therapy. And the people voted and they wanted SOULvivors. But yes, we were thinking of having Cheap Therapy as our podcast name because
Therapy
Shit.
ain't fucking
It ain't
cheap.
free.
It ain't free.
And it ain't cheap. But you could get some therapy out of this because we be
Mm-hmm.
just talking and
Just reflect, rewind, and just or distract, whatever the case is. Like, we're here for you. We're here to, just have some fun, tell you a little bit about the what's and the who's and the how's, you
Dr.
know.
Seuss over here.
um, but we made this for our community. And we were talking too last time, or before we had the ideas, is we were trying to see if there was any San Diegans podcasts out there. And if there are, like, no shame, no anything good, Anya. But there really wasn't that I could find. Maybe like one
Yeah.
or two,
I
but
didn't.
it wasn't about like the community or like, like this type
Our
of
personal
vibe.
experience.
Yeah.
Or, yeah, what we really wanted to start it, as you probably heard in our first episode, if you cared to listen, is that we just want to share our experience out into the world. This world, you can carry on a bunch of shit. There's a lot of people that are going to try you. There's a lot of people that are going to test your boundaries.
Mm-hmm.
But I want to share my story, and hopefully people can learn. And y'all, I'm the person that has to learn the hard way. Like, my mom can tell me like her experience, but I'm personally the type that has to like
It
go
has
through
it
the
has to
shit.
happen to her in order for her
Oh,
to.
yes. But
Yep.
hopefully y'all are not like me and you can take our experience and be like, okay, this bitch said this. Let me avoid that. Or
And if not, it's okay. It's okay that, to having to learn from your personal mistakes, because if not, then when are you going to learn? You know what I mean? So, and if there's nothing wrong, Jadin, just letting you know, there's nothing wrong with
oh yeah,
that being
there's
that
nothing wrong. You're
person.
just it's gonna take a while for shit to click with you.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah.
I'm just talking from my personal experience. I've had to. Never mind. But
We'll open up in another episode
I'm
or
still
a
kind of
few.
shy, you guys. I'm just getting to know you guys. I don't know
And
who's
you're really
watching.
getting to know us.
Oh,
So.
you guys are just. Anyway. Anyways, I'm still like. I'm gonna talk about my weekend because I'm coming down.
Let it out. Go
Anyway,
girl, let it out.
in
Okay.
the first podcast, I said I was sober. I am not drinking. I am not smoking. I am straight edge, bitch. That was a lie. Oh, I went out. I was popping some pussy last week. Oh, whew. Anyways,
she might have done a good job.
Oh, baby, baby. But yeah, so for complete full transparency, no one's perfect. I fucking partied. I had a good time. But what I learned out of that experience is that it doesn't need to be a whole bender every week. It doesn't need to be like that. And I learned how to control myself. I learned how to like say no when I need to say no.
Huh.
And I was just learning how to set my boundaries for myself. So I don't feel guilty that I drank. I don't feel guilty that I smoked. I feel actually proud that I was in that type of environment and I could control myself and I knew how to say no. And
That's all that matters.
I had fun though.
Hey.
If y'all are watching and saw me pop ass, hi, how are y'all doing? Anyways,
but let me add something to that if it makes you feel better. I too said that I was also sober. Bucky and I over here too, because I did a little smoky with the hubby. So we found a pen and there was some,
y'all were feeding.
and so we got a little litty, and it's okay. Like,
it's okay.
It's okay.
I just want to be transparent and not bullshit everyone. Like,
that's fair.
That's fair. Because I know maybe some of y'all watch. I don't know, but it just feels good to know that not everyone is perfect, and not everyone is shit's gonna happen. You're gonna fall back, but
no
it's
one
up
is
to
perfect.
You to pick yourself up and do it over. Pick up where you left off and keep it running. Because if you beat yourself up too hard, it's not okay. It's not good.
Bitch, come here. Stop it. No. Don't never beat yourself up too hard.
Oh, I beat. Never
Wait.
Let's
stop right
there.
there.
I could beat myself up a little bit. I like that. I'm a little, you can smack me in the face. I don't care.
Anyway. My God, Jada.
I don't
Okay.
get rough.
Anyways.
I'm getting him uncomfortable. I love it.
No.
Tell me, what do you guys like in the bed? That's not this podcast. Anyways, about the topic at hand.
Maybe in the future. Maybe. Let me get consent from my husband and then we'll.
Oh, well,
We'll see.
Valentine's Day, I'm gonna spill. So y'all better stay tuned for that because I got a lot to say about Valentine's Day.
Oh my God. Oh, we have a lot. That would be a lot of fun. But going to the back onto like trying to be like no bullshit. Like, yo, if y'all see us out in, well, for me, I don't know about Jadin, but if y'all see us out in the street and you caught us like or catch us in any way, like saying like, yo, you said this in the podcast, call us out. Like, call us out on our shit. So that way we can reflect and fix our fucking issues. Cause like what Jadin said, we ain't perfect. We ain't motherfucking
I'm
perfect.
not gonna sit here and like lie to you guys. Like, I'm sober and my life is perfect. Like, no, bitch, I'm struggling. I'm going to. Never mind. Never. That's not this podcast.
We all are. No. Yeah.
I'm ready to pull my hair out and fucking holler for a dollar because it's hard out here. Like, I'm trying to find a really stable career for myself. I'm a hustler. Like, I do 10 things at once and I hope one will stick, but that's not, personally, that doesn't work. That hasn't worked for me. So I needed to rework and I just need to figure out my career. That's where I'm at in life, is trying to figure out what I want to do for the rest of my life. I'm still trying to figure my shit out
and I got a fucking associate's degree. Like,
baby, you got like, that college degree. I'm just like a little college dropout. I'm just trying to survive,
we trying to survive, girl. We trying to survive.
I'm not trying to live my life to impress other people. What I'm trying to do is make sure I'm happy. Yeah, and I don't give a fuck about what the next bitch has to say about me, because I know everyone has a little opinion and they can have their opinion. They're entitled to that. But y'all know I'm going to keep it a buck. I'm going to keep it real. And if y'all don't like it, then you don't got to watch or you don't got to listen. You don't got to associate yourself with me. That's fine. Period.
Oh, by the way, if you're listening to Spotify, I gave a hug earlier to Jadin. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and, if there's something that we do through like Video Lens, we're going to have our listeners, give a brief description on what just happened through the video.
Visualization.
It's just so that way to be fair for them, since they're not watching, through YouTube or anything like that.
Here's your little ASMR moment of me swirling my drink into the microphone. And I'm not sponsored, so I'm not shouting them out. Anyways, let's talk about sponsorships. Who wants to sponsor us? Because I need some fucking money, bitch.
We need some motherfucking money.
So if y'all want to sponsor me, us. I'm such a narcissist. Ew. Ew, us.
Hey, but when
us.
When you realize your mistake, though, that's what matters. But what also would help us too is if you can subscribe to us or follow us on YouTube, download our Spotify episodes. That would help us tremendously.
Bitch, we're starting out from ground zero. Y'all, if you have us, please follow us on Instagram. Our Instagram tag is Soul, SOUL, period. Vivors, VIVO.
Oh. VIVOR.
S?
Yeah.
Okay, well, let me say that again. SOULvivors. That's SOUL, period. VIVORS. Yes. Okay, there we go.
Tell me why I sounded like fucking Siri earlier. Did you hear that?
You did. We got Siri in the building.
I got some Siri fucking voice. Oh, if y'all, any voice acting gigs, like, holla at me. I've been wanting to do that shit for a while now, too.
Oh, you got range.
What can I say, girl? Anyways, but yes, it would really help us out. Just by doing that, guys. And if you know of someone that would be interested in this type of podcast, share it to them. Like, spreading the word just would help us out. Sharing our social media, sharing, whatever that you can do to just help us grow. It would mean so much. Yes. Anything you want to add?
Anything I want to add? I want to add that. For
those who are listening, we are just
I want
Just
to
moving,
add
just
that.
shaking our asses and
I want to add that. I want to add that. We need a sponsor. So give us your items so we can promote that shit and you'll love it. And our
oh,
rates are low because we are struggling. Okay. Anyways,
real quick too, and if you're interested in being part of our like podcast community, uh, send us a message. Let us know. Like,
babes, we
tell us.
want y'all
We
on.
would love to increase. Oh, I'm starting so like nerdy and shit. But have like our family grow. Like we want to hear more than just.
We don't want just to
We
hear
don't just
us shoot
us
the shit.
two.
We're trying
Like
to hear y'all's story
yes.
because
If you just want to be a guest, we'll fucking invite you and become a guest. Like if you want to be part of the family, fucking let us know. Like
we're a cult. You gotta get fucking initiated in, bitch. That means me.
Jadin, they weren't supposed to know that
We're a
until.
cult. Come on, guys. We gotta make a blood pact here. Anyways, that's what me and Sergio did. We shared each other's blood and we drank it, and now that's how we're so close. I hated him before.
And now she just can't stand me.
And now I can't get enough. I just want to suck his blood. Anyway.
um. Anyhow, what else should we talk about, Jaden? About surviving in San
Survive in San
Diego.
Diego. Please, we are not financial advisors.
Disclaimer.
Disclaimer. Take our advice with a grain of salt. There was no advice given. I don't know if we'd had. I don't even remember what happened 10 seconds ago.
Remember,
My
her brain is cheese.
brain is dead because I partied last weekend. And I'm gonna do it again this weekend. So who's popping out with me? We're gonna go to the karaoke club.
Karaoke. Listen to us.
I'm gonna be singing my little booty off.
Yes, we both are. Dude, I'm excited. I haven't been karaokeing in a fat minute.
Babes, you're gonna have a lot of fans out there, sweetie. Let me tell you that. I haven't been karaokeing in a while. Where are my coworkers from San Diego School of Music? I need y'all to come out with us.
Yeah,
for real. Like,
let me hear them vocals.
I'm trying to pop out with y'all again because
let me hear them vocals.
We're gonna do a little warm up before we go on.
La, 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 la,
la. No, but okay, surviving San Diego. Surviving San Diego. I honestly have only lived in San Diego. I cannot speak on living out of state. I cannot speak on living anywhere else in the country or the world. All I know is that I've been born and raised in San Diego. It's fucking beautiful. You have it all. You have the beaches. The weather is pretty much great all year round. The occasional rain here and there.
Except for this year, though, I feel like it's like a little bit more colder. Like
global warming, honey.
Never mind. I was gonna be all snarky and shit, but ew. Yeah, it's been like super cold lately, and the rain.
Cold to us. Let me preface this by saying cold to us is like under 70 degrees.
Yeah.
And y'all laughing in the Midwest and the East Coast saying like
that's nothing.
That's where we put our flip flops and our shorts out. But I need a jacket and my Ugg boots, and I need to be in leggers, and I cannot stand the cold. I fucking hate it. I thrive in the summer. I love showing my ass and my assets, you know.
I'm the opposite. Even though I live in San Diego and I don't like the heat, I like the cold.
Ew.
I know, but I don't want to live in the cold. Or maybe I do. I just haven't tried it yet.
Where have you visited?
I've been, girl, all throughout the states. New York, Maine, Indiana, surprisingly.
Well-versed, well-traveled.
Illinois, North Carolina, I think. No, not Florida. Hawaii. Hawaii was nice. Hawaii. And then where in Hawaii is Oahu, the main island. I've been to Washington, Oregon. Yeah, I've been through like a lot of states.
Okay, look at you, well traveled.
Oh, that again, and this is from I think I said in the first episode, right?
from you.
Like just a little generalization, but because I worked at a cruise, and that was the lucky opportunity of me being able to travel throughout the state, so that was fun. But I actually liked Oregon, Washington. It had a lot of greenery, the rain, the consistent like cold temperature to us, so like the 60 degrees type. Like, I don't know, I just love the cold. I'm weird, but I love San
Mm,
Diego.
mm,
I
mm,
just don't like it when it gets
mm.
hot. Am I weird?
Yes,
I am
I
weird, huh?
love the heat. I'm a fucking lizard. I
I'm a
want to live in
Do
the
you want to
fucking
tell me something?
sun.
Did you not tell me something before we became friends? Like, are you a lizard?
Honey, if I was a reptilian, do you think I would be sitting here next to you? I would be living my best life with the
Oh
fucking
my god, bro.
reptilian people out in the government. You know, don't kill me now, but
Please don't. We're playing. We're
um
playing.
yeah, if I was a actual reptilian baby, I would not be sitting next to you.
That's
That's
true.
for sure. I would be
Your ass would be
with the
famous
Rothschilds, living
celebrity.
it up.
Okay, but yeah, on all seriousness though, like, um, yeah, I don't know. I'm weird. I'm a weird San Diegan. Maybe I should move to like in the mountains by like Julian or some shit.
Mm,
You can come
I ain't
visit
visiting
me.
you out there. Fuck no.
No, I'm kidding. But anyhow, Jade, and what else can we provide? Ew, we can't even provide shit. But what can we tell our viewers and listeners on how to survive in San Diego?
Okay, so I think pretty much a general overview is one, get your finance game correct
Mm.
so you can live
Live la vida loca.
live the life you
Oh,
want to
my glasses.
live.
Hi.
Oh, anyways, he
My
dropped his
eyes.
glasses and now you could see his eyes.
For those who are listening on Spotify, you can now see my eyes.
Okay. Yes,
Eye
so
model.
general overview surviving San Diego. One, make sure your finances are straight so you can pop off and live your best life and find a good place out here because, as Sergio said in the beginning, average rent is around 2K per month.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, get that shit right.
Mm-hmm.
Two, have a great circle around you. Surround yourself with positive people. It can be hard, if you're moving from out of state and you don't know anyone, but there's
There's us.
us. Feel free to reach out to us, and we would love to just hang out and have a good time. And then three is focus on your mental health. I think that should be switched in order, but mental health is very important here.
Mm-hmm.
Focus on yourself first. Don't worry about impressing the next person. Don't
Mm-hmm.
worry about dating around. Don't worry about that. Focus on yourself before you open up yourself to other people because it could get hard out here, especially if you're just trying to survive, just like any of us out here.
Yeah.
So those three main things are really important, and then I'm sure too there's more educational content out there where you can get more statistics.
We ain't
it. We're just here to share our personal experience.
Mm-hmm.
And do your research on the different communities out here.
In San Diego, yeah.
I've personally only lived in South San Diego. I've always lived fucking like 10 minutes to the border or so, Mexico. So I mean, that's gonna be a different living experience to someone who is living in North San Diego or Central San Diego. So do your research. My experience living out here is like South San Diego area is that I didn't grow up playing outside. My parents fucking scared me, so I was an internet kid the most part. I was very sheltered. But now that I'm able to like go out into the real world per se, I mean, just always stay on your toes. Like, it's true when they say that San Diego is a big like trafficking city. It is. It could get scary. I know a lot of friends that have personal experiences. So just watch your back, especially if you're a woman. Carry protection with you, pepper spray, taser, whatever it may be. And yeah, just common sense stuff because it sucks living in a world where you, as a woman, you do have to be very vigilant of your surroundings,
Mm.
and that's why it's good to have a community, and it's good to speak your voice, especially if you see some fuck shit going on outside. Oh, I'm gonna go into a little story time because I used to go to college in downtown area, San Diego City College.
Mm.
And because I did not want to fucking pay for parking or fucking struggle to find parking because that
Oh.
shit is a bitch, I would take the trolley
Mm.
every day to school.
Mm.
And bitch, I was not built for the trolley. I was not built for the trolley. I would get stepped the fuck all over. I would let people like talk to me anyway or like just brush up on me any type of way. Like I'm scared because I didn't want to get killed. Like it's sad. But thankfully, like so there was this time where I was lit as fuck going to school, like super high, and I didn't want to talk to anyone. I just wanted to like literally sit and just fucking go to school.
Be in
Like,
the zone and
you
just.
know. But um I was sitting diagonal to another girl, and then this guy comes up like being all loud and trying to talk to me. And I'm just like, in my head, I'm like, if I don't make any noise or if I don't give eye contact or if I
Mhm.
just stay quiet, he's gonna leave. He'll get the hint and he'll leave. No, man was pressing me, pressing me, pressing me. But thankfully, the angel that was sitting diagonal for me, she was like, she doesn't want to talk to you. And I was embarrassed because I was super high, but I am very grateful for her. And, just speak up if you see some dumb fuck shit going on because,
Let's help
there's
one another.
let's
Let's
all
help one
help one
another.
another.
Hmm.
Let's
Especially in the public transportation.
yes.
Our public transportation can be a bit sketchy. But it's funny. Can I share my experiences? Because I've also been through uh, public transportation too. Ever since I started college, or actually high school, even. It's crazy to say that, and I guess in the reality of the situation is that I feel like women go through so much more shit on their everyday life than men. Like just me as a man, like, and I wouldn't get harassed at all. I don't think I've maybe there's a story that I will say, but I would rarely get harassed or anything unless, and this is where the story comes in. There's one time where I was actually going. I was coming home from work, from school, and unfortunately, Jaden wasn't able to give me that carpool ride, and it's okay. So I came, mind you, I had to take a bus, and then from the bus, I would have to go to the trolley, and then the trolley had to go to this other trolley, and then from there go home. So a lot of stops, a lot of fucking shit. But anyways, so I'm heading home, and this one guy, like, I guess, I don't know, maybe it's just my posture or it's just my fucking voice. I don't know what it is, but men just in general, y'all are fucking weird. I love you guys, but y'all are weird. Hello, guys, and we're back. We had some sort of technical difficulties. But as I was saying earlier, so this guy, we're in the fucking trolley. He comes over to me, and then he was literally like, "What's up, baby girl? Like, how you doing?" And kid you not, like, just like this, put on my glasses. I took on my fucking hoodie, and I said, "Look, I had a long day, and I'm not a woman, okay? I'm a gay man, and yeah, you're probably barking up the wrong tree right now." And he was like, "Oh, I'm sorry, man. You're just throwing me some feminine vibes and blah blah blah." And I was just like, "Bro." I'm like, us gay men are just very more open to our feminine side. So you gotta get used to it here in San Diego, man. A lot of us out there.
Mm. Mm-mm.
But it's just going back to what you said earlier about how you had that personal experience of harassment and such. It's
Harassment is definitely has no bounds as far as gender goes, but women do tend to have it a little bit
no, it's
more.
true. What are you talking about? No, it's true. There's
Um,
harassment on both sides, but I feel like women do get more. I don't know. I just
In
feel
this
like y'all get
patriarchy.
y'all just get
Anyway.
y'all just get targeted more. I don't know why.
Yeah.
But anyways,
Which is a great segue. Your story is a really great segue into next week's episode, because we're going to be talking about our experience and his experience being a gay man, and in my experience just loving everyone. And you guys are gonna
sexual fluidity, and
you're gonna hear some stories about my life, babies,
especially my life too.
Oh, sweetie. I think that's the next episode is where all the juicy shit is gonna be said,
and spicy shit
and
too. Maybe
we're gonna. I'm gonna open up about just everything. So please stay tuned for next Wednesday.
Yes,
next Wednesday is gonna be. Let me check my calendar.
February
It's gonna
1st,
be
I believe.
February 1st. So that's a really great segue. So we're gonna be talking about our experience with the LGBT community, being a part of it, and then that's going to be another great segue into our Valentine's Day topic. Special, in which we're just going to talk about our dating experiences, relationships. We're going to get into all of that shit. So, please do us a big favor and subscribe to us.
Follow us on Instagram.
And be sure to download and stream us we're on Spotify, Apple Music, iHeartRadio, and Amazon Music at the moment. So please be sure to check us out on all streaming platforms. And we hope you guys enjoyed episode 2. And we can't wait to see you guys next week.
Yeah, I'm so excited. And again, guys, there's no difference within the streaming platforms, so it's just SOULvivors. There's no hyphens or any of that. The only thing that we do is probably YouTube, right? It's a little different.
Yeah, so you guys are probably watching us on YouTube, so just press subscribe.
Just press the subscribe and
down
follow.
There
like the like button.
Us,
don't forget
comment,
the like button.
Interact. And again, we appreciate everyone who has been with us since day one. Or if you just are tuning in, we appreciate you too. Welcome. Hello.
Part of this community.
We hope you guys gained some entertainment, had some laughs, and had some really good insight on living the San Diego life. Y'all feel me? So again, we love you
guys.
all.
Really appreciate it.
Stay tuned for next week, and we're signing off right now. Goodbye.
Bye, y'all.